digital art track. Now, the digital art track is very, very important for anybody who's actually going to be trying to move forward within the arts. No matter if you're planning on supplemental portfolios, AP studio art, if you're planning on studying art in college, it's essential. And so I highly recommend that everybody kind of gets into this as early as possible. It's digital art's even moved into the fine arts, to be honest with you. We all have to kind of know it at this point in the art field itself. The other thing is that it's makes everything faster. So it's a really great thing to do here. We have a lot of different tracks here, and we're going to talk about them individually as well. So we have the beginner intermediate digital drawing. So it's, I believe everything on this front is Photoshop at this point in time until we move into Maya for the last class. So this is an introduction to Photoshop. It is testing your drawing skills that you've learned outside of this with traditional, but you can come in and learn it to draw there as well. They'll be using reference-based, story-based, and it's a place where you learn how to navigate Photoshop and how it functions in general. So it's the first step into really kind of understanding how to utilize digital and how to move forward with it. Even if you feel like you've done some self-taught stuff, I highly recommend taking something of this nature. You're going to learn something about it, especially from the teachers that are here at the school. We get into intermediate advanced digital drawing where things become much more complicated. They start going into major realism type things to atmospheric perspective, still life. They hit a lot of different topics and are pushing the students much further within those topics. We see everything from character design to realism to landscape as we go into this kind of field of it. And it's just basically keeps moving forward with the technical aspects of the program itself. Advanced digital illustration is just keeps pushing it. Basically, we've got really more story elemented to character with an environment, monster design, as well as realistic aliens. So the students they explore the levels that they can kind of push Photoshop and those digital skills to, under good guidance with the teachers, and really good work on this front. So it's just kind of pushing all those digital skills as far forward as you can possibly do it. So introduction into graphic design. So this is taking the digital skills that we're talking about in the other one, where it's illustration, it's reference-based, and it's pushing it into a couple of new elements. You start having to think about the entire space of the picture. You're starting to think about simplification. You're also starting to think about art for communication's sake. So the combination of visuals and words, and how to break those spaces into part, how to make it aesthetically pleasing, but at the same time not confusing, and at the same time conveying as much information as possible with a lot of these poster-based works. They also are designing logos. They go into simple type forms all the way into infographic type forms. It's an introduction into the thought process behind multiple different versions of graphic design, which is a very big topic in itself. But it is pretty much all about space and communication, as well as simplification and beauty of design. Very good course for anybody who is looking into moving into fields of that nature. All digital, which is the standard for it as it goes forward. And then we also have 3D modeling. So this is the new one with Ron. It's we've offered it during the normal school year, but I believe this is the first summer camp of 3D modeling that we have. These are all student works that we see. Then they learn to execute things really, really fast with this. This is basically sculpture in digital space and creating 3D models within digital space and how it functions, going from structure to paint. It's a very good skill set for people that are going into a variety of fields, all the way from, say, product design. I know people that have had to use it for architecture-based things as well. So it's a new class and highly recommended for people that are going down certain tracks.